It's the same kind of stuff that we were already talking about with Bad Boy, and it's kind of like the stuff that we're hearing about that's happening in the backdrop of a lot of these so-called rap companies or whatever the case may be. And I think people just really need to start paying attention to the fact that I keep telling y'all, everybody knows and everybody's in on it.
Hey, yo, Jaguar Wright is back at it again. Let's talk about it.
Academics was caught making sexual comments towards a 15-year-old.
Yep, and all of that seemed to go away the second day he started going after Kendrick and going after Rock Nation. To which now he's changed his mind and he's backing down because Desiree Perez and them put strikes on him for promoting Pusha T's album after they asked him to, and now they're coming after his bread, so he's up and acting like a fool. You know, all of them seem to be doing a lot of little weird things, and then all they have to do is go out and do their Illuminati crash test dummy job. Like DJ Envy, his partner, the Fed charges for all of this stuff. And now he said up there, well, I didn't know what he was doing. No, you just introduced him to everybody and you told everybody in the world to get this liar and this thief and this criminal the money. And we supposed to think you didn't know what he was doing with it. There's a lot of them that seem to be getting away with stuff. He got his issues. Charlamagne, what happened to his A minor case? See, you know, they all
Yeah, they definitely cleaned that up real quick. Especially Charlamagne. You don't even think about the old Charlamagne, do you? Tell the truth. Let's continue.
it's yeah. They go out on a dummy mission and it's like everybody forgets that they all scumbags.
This is where we're at now. It's crazy.
Is it the year of the rat? I don't know on the Chinese calendar. What I do know is that it's time for some really, really, really good people to step to the front because like we're losing, man. There's no role models here. There's no role models here. It's like I was looking at a content creator and it was so wild because this person did a short and it was little kids, like 3 and 4 years old. Like they didn't look like they was much older than 5, and they had their middle fingers up, and they talking like, "Yeah, fuck yeah," and the little girl throwing up and all kinds of shit. And I'm sitting there waiting for the moment where she says, "Yo, where your mom at? It's time for you to go inside. Where your mom at? Where you live?" Because I know that's what I would have been doing if I seen little kids acting like that in the street.
Yeah, but it ain't cut like that no more. For real. They probably was cheering it on. Let's continue and see.
But no, they was sitting up there cheering them on and laughing.
Yeah.
That's cute. Let me see. You know, we got the girl who goes to she was working at McDonald's. She was being pressured by her roommate. She snapped, she get a kitchen knife, she go to work. Like she was on social media losing her mind for weeks.
Right. To document it.
Nobody thought to try to get her some help. Like everyone just sat there and watched. For crying out loud, there have been just in June alone, 4 YouTube content creators lost their lives.
Yeah, what was that about? It was like a moment that was happening a lot. What do y'all think it was about? Leave it in the comments section. Let's continue.
And then people turned around and made that content. You want to know what one of the subscribers said about that bubbly and that finny person who died by the hands of the Manny? They actually said, well, I'm just going to keep watching their channels because it's like they never left. I'm just going to keep watching their channels.
What's your thoughts about Amber Rose?
I don't know. I don't know. But what I do hope is that she doesn't allow Ray Lando Brown to go down on her like she offered on that weirdo podcast, because as close as he was to Diddy, she might be blessed with some of the stuff that happens when you mess with the diddler, as we're finding out from the other sex workers that have been engaged. Like, I could really care less about Amber Rose. I mean, she came out for a minute and she was truthing for Tory, and that got quiet real fast. Real fast. I don't like when people clout chase justice or a moment or a movement. I really don't. She was sitting there on Shay Shay, convincing everybody, oh no, there were never any freak offs. That never happened. That never happened. That never happened.
Yeah, and we know that was Cat, right? Because come on, let's be honest. She was at every party. She ain't really finna tell us really what happened. Let's continue.
Everybody was, that never happened. That never happened. That never happened. That never happened. Okay. Yeah, it never happened. That's why y'all was all so worried about it, huh?
Right. It seems like everything gets quiet real fast.
Oh
Like
yeah.
something happens and it gets quiet very fast.
Real fast. Quieter than a church mouse pissing on cotton. And guess what? If that's how it's gonna be, they should get down on their knees and pray while they're there. Like, it's just, I feel bad for people. I feel bad for people that live by lies, because what you live by is what you die by. It's just that simple. you know and there really isn't any point in lying for it. You might end up dying for it. And I think people are about to figure out what the weight and the totality of their lives are going to be, because when I saw that the judge wasn't giving Diddy bond, and when I saw that his team laid down and decided they was going to wait for sentencing until October and all of that, like,
Yeah, what was that about? Like for real, like why did they not let Diddy get a bond? That's just weird. I don't know. Let's continue.
when I saw that happening, I'm like, okay, God's just warming up. He's just warming up. And I hope people are paying attention. You can't keep mocking God and thinking that he's not going to smack the dog shit out of you eventually. It's going to happen. Now, the question is everybody really worried about what the diddler's fate is? Or are they just worried about what their fate is going to be for dealing with the diddler? Because I'm telling you right now, these lawsuits aren't going to stop. And there's going to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I guarantee you, everybody around him that didn't really come to his aid, that didn't really step up for him, I got a feeling everybody's about to start having some legal issues.
Yeah, because we know that Diddy is low key. You know, he what's the word they call it? Petty. So yeah, I can see him. Everybody got quiet on him. He gonna get him back. Let's continue.
Right. Um,
It's happening little by little.
it is. Tyler Perry lawsuit
Mm.
and the text messages that came out.
I'm still surprised that people who have watched that man run around in dresses for years and look more comfortable pretending to be an oversized woman than a real man in a suit. I'm surprised that everybody's so surprised. I'm surprised that if after everybody's seen the images of him laying hands on TD Jakes and TD Jakes chirking, twerking, and all of that, and just like I'm surprised that people are surprised.
Ain't it quite funny that, like with movie actors, right? With acting and stuff, they say when you play a role really well, sometimes that's really who you are. So he does really play the Medea role really well. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comment. Let's continue.
What I do know is this: everything that he's talking about, that new witness that's come forward, is the same kind of stuff that we were already talking about with Bad Boy, and it's kind of like the stuff that we're hearing about that's happening in the backdrop of a lot of these so-called rap companies or whatever the case may be. And I think people just really need to start paying attention to the fact that I keep telling y'all everybody knows and everybody's in on it. Everyone. That's the only way it works. Everyone would have to be under the same control in order to get this evil machine to work. You couldn't take the chance. You know, it's when you look at the amount of people that are used to gaslight a person's life in these scenarios, um, the lawyers that are hired, the lawyers that, people are finding out that the lawyer that they hired to help them was actually working with the bad guy all along to get them to do this and to do, like, these people put a lot of time into orchestrating these things to hold this little weirdo secret society up. And if y'all think that they gonna let it go without a fight, then you're wrong.
She said what she said. Do you feel what she's saying? Is it accurate? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. It's KMHP TV. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're rocking with us. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.